Well, hello there.
What's up, sit down pile drivers?
Pile drivers, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call our viewers now.
Oh, the pile drivers?
I don't know if we're committed to that. Welcome to the most pro Colt Cabana podcast in professional wrestling.
I was going to say just
Colt Cabana's wrestling podcast.
Yes, sir.
Sit down and pile drive, the best wrestling podcast on Color Circuit. Why?
Because it's the only pro wrestling podcast on Color Circuit Live.
Sing it loud, sing it proud. Man, what a week.
What a week.
What a crazy week in professional wrestling.
Yes, sir.
The G1 is over with.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk turned out to be a big, giant dickhead.
Yeah, we kind of knew that. But it's a little unsettling to hear it first. Yeah.
Irredeemable this time.
I think it's redeemable. If they turn into a story, dude. I seriously, when this happened, when everything got done, my cousin called me, who's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And he was just like, so what do you think of this whole CM Punk thing? And I told him, it sucks. But the diehard old school wrestling fan of me wants me to make this into an angle, and then they have their match at MSG or some shit.
Oh, I know.
That would be so cool, and it would have so much heat on CM Punk.
Everybody wants.
I'm saying it would be perfect, but I know they're not going to do that.
I remember that in his documentary. They were booked solely on the Colt Cabana CM Punk match.
I know.
Fucking book it.
Book it, exactly.
Winner gets $1 million.
But I understand that it's legit. It's IRL. It's too legit to quit, whatever.
We won't go into full details because it's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo. But basically, CM Punk told Colt Cabana, "Hey, I'm going to pay all of your legal fees." And then one day, CM Punk came to Colt
psych.
Cabana and said, "I'm not going to pay any more of your legal fees."
Yeah. I'm done covering your bills because you're friends with people in a company I don't like.
Oh, man. It sucked because most of my wrestling shirts are CM Punk related.
Yeah, CM Punk's the best. I don't care.
Oh, best in the world. Except in friendship.
Or as a person.
And UFC.
He's definitely not the best in the world in UFC.
No,
he could literally be the worst in the world, and he can have a T-shirt.
I also think he was eliminated second in that bad reality show he was in. On
was
TV.
he? Yeah. I never watched it.
Maybe CM Punk.
I just heard he got in a fight with the other guy who was like, "Hey, you're a dick," and he's like, "No, you're a dick." And
you're a dick.
And that was the whole show.
And then there's stories about Teddy Hart knocking him out in one pet.
Yeah,
punch.
but Teddy Hart's the man. Yeah. And it's hard to, dude.
Kevin Nash.
You could get lost for hours just watching Teddy Hart shoot interviews because this guy, he does not give a fuck.
I've gone down the Jim Cornette shoot interview rabbit hole. I'm ready to go down to Teddy Hart.
I was just watching on High Spots. They put up him and Jack Evans talking about Ring Rats, which is their. Or no, Mat Rats. Sorry, Ring Rats, totally different thing.
Oh yeah,
go down. It's called Mat Rats, which was they were young kids wrestling promotion they were trying to start, and that's where all that rumors. You know how back in 2011 or whatever, we heard that Teddy Hart wanted to start a wrestling company with extending poles and stuff like that, and things that grew bigger and stuff like. You remember that, right?
No,
you don't.
No.
Oh man! So basically, there was this whole rumors that people were making fun of Teddy Hart because. He was talking about how he wanted to reinvent pro wrestling. He wanted the turnbuckle to lift up so you can dive even higher.
That's stupid.
It sounds stupid, but in this shoot interview, he talks about his ideas and he actually goes and says, "This is where it gets misconstrued." But he also never learns how to shut up.
Oh God!
Oh God!
He did the.
He's the king of run-on sentences.
He was on he was on Chris Jericho's podcast with Joey Janela, and I'm like, is Joey Janela there?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he talking because every 5 minutes.
But that's just it. That's just how his brain works, man. But the cool ideas were he wanted to have springboard outside of the ring, so it would be safer for people to do outside dives. Because in his own words, outside dive spots are freaking dope, but they're stupid to do.
They're dumb.
So he's always we came up with this idea of a springboard, kind of how Kalisto jumps off the spring-loaded trap. It'd be like that, but on a bigger scale and maybe less obvious.
Right.
So it was a cool idea. I like that, but he does not learn to shut up.
I'm trying to remember how we got onto the topic. We were talking about him
CM
knocking out
Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
As Kevin Nash said so eloquently, guess he's not best in the world.
Yeah, I guess not. I thought you were going to say he's skinny fat.
Oh, God. Vanilla midget.
Skinny fat. God, I love CM Punk.
I do too. It's so tough. Anyway, but we're not here to talk about CM Punk.
No.
We're here to talk about SummerSlam. It's coming. It's this weekend.
Yep.
God, where is the time gone?
Yeah. I thought it was the weekend after, so I was all planned. I was like, I'm going to be off work. I'm going to be dope. I got to work.
More importantly, the night before NXT.
Yeah, way
Brooklyn
more Portland.
4.
Did I say Portland?
More in Portland.
The
dream of the 90s is alive.
Cool.
Important.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's coming up. We're going to be doing our predictions for this podcast. The G1 is over with.
Yes.
We now know who is allegedly going to main event Wrestle Kingdom.
Hey, Connor, why'd you say allegedly?
I don't think he's going.
Nope.
No.
I mean, like...
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll get to it.
Real quick, just before we get into the nitty-gritty of this podcast.
Yeah.
This morning, a legend, someone who belongs in the Hall of Fame, and it's fucking bullshit that this is probably what's going to get him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now we're probably going to see the Hart Foundation inducted. It's bullshit that it's now, but finally it'll happen. Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away.
Pretty suddenly, huh?
I believe he'd been having health problems for a
Really?
while. Like, Bret Hart talked about it in interviews and stuff. He's saying that he really wanted Jim to be able to take part in an induction ceremony.
Right.
Like, I'm sure that a lot of the reasons you haven't seen the Hart Foundation inducted has to do with Owen Hart.
Yeah, I could see that.
But at the same time,
But that could be a backdoor way into getting him into the Hall of Fame, too, because you just don't mention him, but, like, give him a ring, like, in quotes. So, yeah, and it would get Brian Pillman in.
Yeah.
And you can maybe even bring in his son, who's, like, making it into wrestling world.
Bring in and Davey Boy Smith,
Yeah.
who it's... I mean, that's an entire stable of people who, I mean, other than Bret Hart, it's a crime that none of them are inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and you can just swipe it all in one go, and that could be the headliner next year.
It's sad. It's sad. I think Neidhart is probably one of the more underrated wrestlers. I would never put him in like a singles feud or anything like that. But as far as like an enforcer for a tag team, like I don't think there was anyone better, especially with his style, which as technical as it was very rough and tough.
Yeah, it was like a mix between Bret Hart and Vader.
Yeah, Bret Hart and Bret like had such a finesse in the ring that then you go into the slamming, the slams and the punches and stuff like that with Jim, with the Anvil. You know, the wrestling world lost a great wrestler today, and we want to just extend our condolences to the Harts, Natalya Neidhart especially, who if you go on Twitter and you go on Instagram, there's a lot of like her pictures are made up of either her cat, her dancing, or her dad.
Yeah. And
so it's just wow, tough.
Mm-hmm.
On a brighter topic.
Yeah.
On a brighter topic, let's talk about the G1. It's finally over.
Yes, sir.
And Griff, I just got to say, you were killing it.
I was.
That's why, like, I was shocked. Shocked. And not because the person who won, but he was wrong?
Yeah.
What?
I got 2 out of the final 4 correct. Actually, I got all of the final 4 except for Tanahashi, ironically, right. I thought it would be Jay White, Okada, Omega, and Ibushi in the final 4. Because that way you could have them fight each other twice, and I think that would be fun. But that's what I thought, and then I was completely wrong.
I was surprised. For those who are not aware, who are not woke in the ways of professional wrestling, not woke enough to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi,
yes,
is your winner of the G1 Climax.
Mm-hmm.
He is on his way to main event Wrestle Kingdom
with like 15 points too. That's pretty damn good.
I mean, I like Tanahashi a lot. I think he is great. I think the air guitar is dumb. It fits him so well, and it's so Japan. Yeah, it's such a Japan
rock
thing.
And roll, man of great talent.
Peace, love, and energy.
Peace, love, energy. High fly flow.
Like That to me was like
everybody makes jokes about it. Like you hear it on every podcast that he's the John Cena of New Japan, but it's so true.
But I mean,
because like hustle, loyalty, like respect, and like love and energy. Burn your what is it? Burn your love energy. Is that what he's
so Japan?
Yeah, it's so like Japan. It's so funny. And he's like man of great talent.
And his hair's ridiculous.
His hair is fantastic. You take that back.
No,
he has gorgeous hair.
He's a beautiful man.
Yes.
So he is your winner, and allegedly, he's going to Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, but he's already said that he's going to defend it at King of Pro Wrestling against Okada. That's happening.
And that's where we kind of...
That's where I think...
Something's happening.
I could still be right, Connor. After all this time, I could still be right.
As much as like Kenny Omega versus Tanahashi would be a great match and be...
I think it'd be fantastic. I think it's going to be better than you would think.
The old Ace versus new Ace, like, that'd be great. Kenny Omega is... I think that'd be a great passing of the torch. Not going to happen.
You really think it's not going to happen? I think it could.
I'm thinking...
There's
as great as Okada Omega 4 was.
Yeah.
How great would Okada Omega 5 be?
No.
Walk me through your thoughts.
So, as I've said, with Tanahashi, I think he could lose, but they're not known for doing that. They've only done it really once in the recent times, and that was Tanahashi. Like, I think he beat... No, actually, nobody's ever done it. Nobody's ever lost it, as far as I can tell. I only know pretty much up to, like, 2008.
They're such traditionalists. Like,
they're very traditional.
I think, especially predicting their stuff, it gets so hard because I don't necessarily understand the Japanese wrestling traditions.
Yeah.
But you can tell that they're there.
Yeah. So, like, from what I've gathered, this is why I thought it was going to be Okada, because I know Wrestle Kingdom is their big show, but to become the new ace, I said that like many times, but to become the new best, the face of the company, you have to defend the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom against the G1 winner. And that's why it rarely ever gets beat. That's why you rarely ever see the title get changed. I think in the last 7 years, nobody's won the title at Wrestle Kingdom because that's a bigger deal. And that's why I thought Naito would win this year. I really did think he was going to win, and then I changed my mind last minute.
What are they doing with Naito?
I think Naito is going to be... Well, let me finish what I'm saying about what they're doing. So, I thought it would be this because I think they were trying to push Naito as the next big star of New Japan. Because I don't think Kenny's going to stay forever. I think Okada's going to stay forever, but he can't be the top dog for this entire time.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, and Tanahashi, I think he's more out the door than we think. So I thought Naito was their guy.
Do you think Tanahashi's retiring, or you think he's going to...
No, I think he'll be like Yuji Nagata in the sense where he'll be like kind of like the old guard teaching the new guard, but never really put in that. He maybe have one big match a year.
Like a Suzuki.
Yeah, I was thinking like, because like you can do something where he like is in a lot of 6-mans, 5-mans against like a lot of young lions, basically teaching them the ropes, things like that. Exactly like Yuji Nagata does, and Tiger Mask 4, Liger, all those guys kind of do that. I thought he was on that side of the swing, but it seems like he's got a little bit more left in him. It's at least New Japan thinks so. What's interesting about this is that these two were supposed to face each other, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. They were supposed to face each other at Wrestle Kingdom 2 or 3 years ago, when he was still the cleaner, and he just went heavyweight, just turned on AJ Styles. And he,
I love that promo.
Yeah, and he won, and he,
promo's so good.
It was so great.
Bullet Club is except
for AJ Styles.
For life.
Yeah. But he was supposed to face Tanahashi in the first ever New Japan ladder match. He got injured. I think he had a back injury or a bicep injury, and he couldn't partake in the match. Michael Elgin stepped in, and they had the first match. I think they were planning something bigger for that match. And I think they're going back around. Yeah, I think they were going back around to that. So with this match, it makes the most sense because you have the old guard versus the new guard. The traditionalist Tanahashi is all about tradition. You know, he brings the glitz and the glamour, but on the surface level, he is Antonio Inoki on the surface level. You know, tradition, respect, all that stuff.
He's New Japan.
He is New Japan. He was New Japan for the longest time. Kenny Omega is the new guard, trying to make a global expansion, bringing in things like ladder matches, bringing in weapons. They bring in Jericho.
A lot more
westernized ideals.
Gaijin.
Yeah, like
There we go.
Western ideals. Yeah, Gaijin. And so I think this could be an interesting match. I don't know where they go. I honestly don't have a pick. If it is Tanahashi versus Omega, I don't know who would come out on that. They could give it to Omega, make him look bigger, or they can give it to Tanahashi because Omega might be out the door. You know, and Gaijins, for how much Kenny has become like a staple of New Japan, they still don't treat Gaijins like they're stars.
And Omega, I mean, as much as like he's New Japan, like he gets less and less. I'm never going to WWE by the minute.
I honestly don't think he's going to WWE anytime soon. I think he has more to tell. He has more stories to tell. I think he'll go to WWE once he's done telling the stories he needs to tell.
Yeah.
One being his final match with Kota Ibushi, telling that story of conflict, coming together, finding who he is, and basically beating the one person he could not beat. Ibushi is the only person Kenny Omega cannot beat. Everybody else he's beaten. Tanahashi's never beaten because he's never faced Tanahashi one-on-one. They were supposed to. I think they're getting that out of the way. So I'm leaning towards Omega winning if they go that route. But
well, I think Omega's going to win regardless.
they could still have my match at Wrestle Kingdom. It'd be super far-fetched, but they could still do it. It's still on the table.
I'm listening.
So it's already been announced that Tanahashi will defend his number one title match at Wrestle Kingdom against Okada at King of Pro Wrestling in November. They've been hinting at Omega versus Naito for a while, but they haven't really dived deep into it. I can see Naito taking the title away from Omega somehow. I wouldn't book it myself, but I can see it happening, and they can still do that rematch with Naito as a champion, defending it, becoming the new ace of New Japan.
Then what does Omega do?
Omega could face Tama. He could face...
I like that.
He could face Tanahashi. He could still face Tanahashi.
I'd rather, like...
Suzuki, Ishii. They can even do a thing where Ishii beats Kenny for the title, and then he defends it against Naito, because I believe Naito beat Ishii in the G1, but Kenny got beaten by Ishii. So it could be one of those things where Ishii wins on a fluke, and then he's kind of a transitional champion to Naito. I don't think they're going to go that route, but I'm just saying there is still a chance for it to happen.
Right. Like, I don't, like at first when you were like Omega versus Tama, I was like, oh, and then I really thought about it. I'm like, I don't know, that seems beneath Kenny Omega.
No, dude, if you think about it on surface, like, because you got to think about it through the eyes of tradition. Tradition is you defend the title at Wrestle Kingdom, you're the new ace.
Yeah.
Kenny is the new ace. That's what they're trying to deem into our head. But he cannot prove it until he defends it at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
Who is the best person to defend it? The ace. The ace. Go ace, Tanahashi.
I'm for the Tanahashi. I'm talking about the Tama Tonga.
Oh, no. That's if they do that. Yeah. I don't think they're going to go with it after really
Kenny
thinking
Omega
about it.
Is their guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to be their marquee star, their international ace, if that makes sense. He'll be the guy they put on all the stickers and all the posters when they're advertising outside of Japan. When they're in Japan, I think they'll still use Okada, Naito, Tana, and Omega will be on there, but he won't be by himself.
Yeah, no, I got you.
He's not the guy in Japan, even though the crowd loves him.
Crowd does, yeah.
Yeah. Kota Ibushi, I didn't think Kota Ibushi would win for the simple fact that he is not under contract.
Yeah.
With New Japan. They would never put someone not under contract in that main event position again after the AJ Styles situation.
That's just good business. That's just smart business.
And you would never do that because he can win the title and they can sign him up the next day.
Some other prospects happening in New Japan right now. Cody seems like he's going to be taking on Juice Robinson.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win it.
No, I don't think so either.
It'd be cool if he did, but I think
he keeps calling him the Kyrie Sane.
Because it comes out on the freaking Pirate Hat. It's
a
totally,
dig.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, I think Cody. It's weird because he's a face now, but he was being very heelish during that match.
He's the new game. You saw it on Twitter. He's the game now.
Oh, okay.
He's new game.
I'm new game. New game plus.
Quadruple H.
Quadruple H. Quad. They call me Crud. Did that ever come on the air? That scene from Camp WWE. I remember when they were first getting out for the first season, they showed a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah.
And Triple H played Triple H's dad, 4H, Quad. Everybody calls me Quad.
I don't remember. I
don't know, because I never watched the second season. Did they ever do that? He's just like, I'm Triple H's dad.
I'm not sure.
You call me Quad.
I pretty much
And it's so funny because he ripped his quad, he tore his quad. It's so good.
Such
a good joke.
So
many levels.
The only takeaway from Camp WWE is this is my fuck you reflex.
Nah, dude.
That was to me the best.
I don't remember. There was something in that show that I thought was super funny.
Is it the teaching you how to work thing?
Yes! Holy shit, thank you. That is the funniest joke ever told on television.
All the Vince McMahon stuff.
Because that was a joke directed to Connor Griffiths, man. He was just like, hey, Connor, I got one for you. And I was like, holy shit, this is the best joke I've ever heard. Nobody else is laughing. I'm laughing my ass off.
I don't know. I loved the press conference stuff after New Japan.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it. I was in a rush to do other things, and I had to watch it, so I didn't want spoiled.
I was shocked. They dropped the 6-man tag belts.
I wasn't shocked. As soon as I saw... Dude, because what the fuck are they doing with those titles anyway?
Nothing. I can't believe those titles exist.
Exactly. Those titles would be cool if they didn't have a junior division.
Mm-hmm.
Like, straight up.
Although it was really funny. Marty Scurll's all pissed off. And he's like cutting this promo, and then fucking Nick Jackson just comes in and is like, and what the hell is Haku's problem?
Oh, yeah. That was Cody. Cody said that on Being the Elite.
Yeah,
what the fuck's Haku's
during the
problem?
press conference, like Marty's trying to cut this like serious, promo, but Nick and Matt Jackson just keep on putting in comedy, and Nick Jackson just sneaks in, and what the hell is Haku's problem? And Marty's like, I said no more comedy.
Yeah.
And before he leaves, he's like, and what? It's Taiji. Yeah, it's like, and fuck you, Taiji Ishimori. And he walks off. I fucking love Marty Scurll.
Yeah, Scurll's the best. But yeah, it's. I want to see where they go because I don't think they're going with what I predicted.
Yeah.
As much as that I wanted to see it happen.
It's such a stark contrast from WWE.
Yeah, because you actually have to guess.
I know. Well, we have there's a similar situation on SummerSlam coming up right now, the G1 and the Money in the Bank kind of stuff, and we have some thoughts on that one that I think are going to come true. Otherwise, it's real stupid.
Yeah.
But that was the G1. You excited? You excited for Wrestle Kingdom?
Yep.
You feel
as much ready? As I love the G1, I never get a chance to watch it because it's so much, so quick.
Much New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I watched the first 2 nights and I was like, I can't.
You are
I got a job, people. I don't know what you want me to do.
My wife and kids, they miss me.
Yeah,
they want to know.
My not wife and not kids are missing me.
They're with their stepdad. He's great. I'm so happy for them. Anyway, New Japan is for if you're a wrestling nerd, you watch New Japan.
New Japan is perfect if all you watch is New Japan, because then you can spread out everything and you'd be kind of cool about it. But if you try to me, I watch a lot of indie wrestling and things like that.
Yeah.
PWG, bar wrestling. Bar Wrestling, AAW, PWG, Beyond is good, and others. CZW when it's good, but a lot of times it's not.
I don't think we talked about it on the last podcast, but Sam Adonis, Corey Graves is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we should probably not talk about. that.
It's just a matter of there's heel heat, and then there's that was dumb.
Yeah, there's heel heat and. People are going to murder you.
Did you just say that word? Did you just say that
Yeah,
word?
it's dude, you know what climate we're in?
He apologized,
blah, blah,
and
blah.
it's better than Hulk Hogan's apology.
Oh, yeah. Listen, brother, just don't get caught.
just if you're going to say something racist.
If you're going to be racist, just don't do it on camera.
I'm about to say the N-word. Do you have a tape recorder on you?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Here we go. I'm not going to do it.
Are you sure? Pussy! You're a pussy! I'm just kidding.
I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Yeah. All right, so... let's start off. SummerSlam is this weekend. It's allegedly the second biggest night in WWE.
Yeah. It's the hottest show of the summer.
Is it?
I mean, it could literally be the hottest
like,
show of the summer, but
wrestling to me, like,
this is why it's going to be a good show. I can tell you exactly why, and it's sound logic. Because I don't care.
yeah.
Usually, if I don't care, the show's fantastic.
I think most of the time, like, I think Backlash was shockingly bad.
And were we thinking that was going to be sweet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember being pretty unexcited for that pay-per-view.
I don't remember.
I think, like, Extreme Rules was better than I thought it was going to be. But
Extreme Rules was dope.
It was all right.
I liked it.
I wouldn't go so far as calling it dope. That's pretty high. That's high praise.
That's high praise. That's like 5 stars. Dave Meltzer's dope.
Oh man, I've been like.
Then 4 stars is like pretty dope.
I'm gonna get Meltzer to like be my friend because lately on Twitter I'm just like fighting.
You gotta come to a PWG show with me, man. We'll do it.
I want to.
Okay.
I'm going to be there.
We'll go to an all-star weekend or something.
Absolutely.
Those
is
are
Chris
fun.
Hero going to be there?
No.
Oh, we're right. He's Cassius Ohno now.
Oh no!
Yeah, I love Cassius Ohno.
Oh
I see big things coming his way.
Damn, man's pushing 40. He's got to do something soon.
All
but
right.
he's still the best, dude. He was like my favorite. 2016, he was my wrestler of the year for sure.
He's so good.
Like
I feel like he's this like indie band in NXT.
he's like when like a really cool underground band gets signed to a major label.
Yeah, where you're like, he doesn't come out a lot, but when he does, what he does is really good.
Yeah.
And really enjoyable. I love Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
I don't like the name. I think it's dumb.
It's fine.
Anyway,
it doesn't bother me.
First up, before SummerSlam, we have what everybody's looking forward to. What everybody can't wait for.
Brooklyn.
NXT Brooklyn is amazing. It's always really good.
What if the shot JTG shows up and says Brooklyn?
Crime Time reunion?
Yeah, dude, that'd be dope.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah,
I want it
JTG
so
talks
bad.
about how much heat he has, but still keeps a job after 7 years.
The only reason he got fired was he picked up the phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, no. When he got fired, he sent out one tweet. Damn, the one day I pick up my phone.
Did you hear what he said about Hulk Hogan? It's so funny.
Yeah, no, I agree with.
I can't forgive you for being racist.
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
No, I'm totally. Yeah, exactly. JTG, you got the right idea.
Yeah.
We got 6 viewers. Hey guys, leave some notes in the comments. We got but are they good looking? I think that's Cheska asking about New Japan Pro wrestlers.
Oh, they're gorgeous, man.
Gorgeous men.
Like, literally, one of the questions on Chuck Taylor's talk show is, which New Japan star would you open mouth kiss?
God.
And it can't be a gaijin.
Okay.
So it has to be full Asian.
Okada?
All right.
It's
Sonata, dude. Sonata. Or Kota Ibushi, man. Kota Ibushi's a gorgeous man.
Kota Ibushi is.
He looks like a freaking model.
I think he is a model.
Oh, well.
I mean, Suzuki only so he wouldn't hit me.
He just like kiss you with his teeth.
I don't think he'd know what to do. Like he's coming in to kick me, and I'm just like, mwah! And he's like, ugh, I don't like any of that. Zach, get him!
Yeah.
Zach bends me into a pretzel.
And then you see like Taka Michinoku like, get over here!
Oh man, I did the Shinsuke Nakamura voice on the last podcast, and like listening back to it, I was like, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, who cares? It's not racist. You're talking love. It's all about love.
I love Shinsuke.
Your intention means something.
Anyway, so before we how did you feel about the Velveteen Dream EC3 segment?
It was awesome. I loved it.
That was a weird episode of NXT.
It was probably one of the best too.
Yeah.
Like overall, the week before, last week's was really good too. Mm-hmm. The one with the Candice versus Shayna match.
Yeah.
And like I forgot the rest of the show because I have a short attention span. But like that show, I remember being fantastic. That was the one with like Tommaso comes out and he's like, "I am your NXT champion."
I mean, not to be this guy. Tommaso does great heel heat.
It's the best.
But it's not new. It's not new what he's doing. It's not revolutionary.
No, but it's about buying in. I honestly don't think it would translate on like main roster.
No.
I think it only translates because it's in NXT.
And because those are wrestling fans and they know boo the bad guy.
Boo the bad guy and buy in.
Yeah.
If you buy in, it's so much better.
We're booing him because he's a bad guy.
Like that's something that he's trying to explain to people who don't like wrestling. It's like it's not about like believing it's real or suspending your disbelief too much. It's about buying in.
Yeah.
You play the character that they want you to play. Makes it so much more fun.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
Like, it really does.
I loved the Velveteen Dream EC3 segment.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Just
It was
see-
so weird. It's so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
He
But
drops his sunglasses.
it's like,
I got
don't worry. I got
I
it.
fucking love EC3.
Yeah. And then he like backdrop
You're in
suplexes him
like
into
you're in like 3 feet of
your
water.
back body drops him into the pool. It's like, oh, and
mean,
he's just
like-
like, you're 3 feet water.
I don't know what I
Oh.
expected. I just expected more than
Like
fucking pool. But
It's
I
so
loved
great.
It was so. They're and that match will probably open up.
I have a feeling that match is gonna steal the night
I mean, yeah.
because like I think honestly the best match and the match we're gonna be talking about is gonna be Adam Cole versus Ricochet
Fuck yes.
because that match those two have wrestled each other a million
And
times.
Adam Cole like is such an understated
wrestler, like
Yeah.
in ring wrestler,
like Ricochet does all the flips and everyone's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, he keeps doing the flips. And then Roderick Strong has like a billion backbreakers that he
Yeah.
just pulls out of fucking nowhere. And Johnny Gargano's got all that heart. And then there's Adam Cole, baby.
who's all charisma and he wrestles like a wrestler from the early 90s, but he has the swagger of attitude.
Adam Cole joins that like list of wrestlers who could be a part of any generation.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like the 80s because his height,
Yeah.
but that's pulling hairs. You know?
Right. He'd be
I know what
tag
you're
team.
trying to say.
Yeah. So Velveteen Dream versus EC3.
Yep.
Who do you got winning this?
Velveteen Dream. He needs a win.
Velveteen Dream.
He needs a win.
He does. I agree.
He hasn't had a win on a takeover. He wrestled Cassius Ohno, but I don't think that was on a takeover. That
No, it
might
was
have
on
been-
a takeover.
It was on a takeover.
Yeah, it was a takeover.
Well, he needs a win. EC3, I think, doesn't need a win.
Because he's also you and I are both in agreement that the only reason EC3 is in NXT is to go, here you go, audience. Here's EC3.
I think it's street cred. He's just giving himself some street
and then
cred.
he's going to go to main roster.
Yeah, because if he went straight to main roster after
find
being in TNA, he'd be like Bobby Roode.
Or he'd find himself in Bobby Lashley.
I'm sorry, Bobby Lashley is what I meant.
Oh man, fucking bullshit what they're doing
Yeah.
with Bobby Lashley. They give him the win over Roman Reigns. It's like,
Yeah.
here's your Elias feud.
I would love to see him on SmackDown to like contradict everybody else on that
so
show.
fucking good.
Everybody else is all like indie darlings and good wrestlers,
we'd
and
get
he
a-
just comes in. He's just a big burly man.
And we'd get that Lashley Samoa Joe match.
Yeah, that'd be
great.
cool.
Or fucking Lashley AJ Styles.
That'd be cool.
Let's just move.
I just like to see him because I like that dichotomy
I can't
of
believe
like a
I'm
big
writing
man.
a list of Bobby Lashley dream matches.
Bobby Lashley's good. He just gets.
He's good
He's
now.
also. I don't think he speaks up for himself because he gets put in a lot of bad crap, and I think he's just happy to be there. And he's
The
like, I'm
Sami
back.
Zayn feud was fucking crap.
Yeah, but looking like in hindsight, I'm thinking like, oh, it was because he's injured. That's why they had to do all this dumb stuff. And plus, I think kudos to Sami Zayn for that like risky. Like, were you even in the army? Like that's risky. It's a very risky move, and if it worked out like 100%, people would have been like,
It was,
"Fuck Sami Zayn."
it was so stupid.
But it just came out of nowhere, though, build to it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it was.
If it
literally
was
just-
like they did instead of doing the interviews with the sisters and stuff like that, they started talking about his military, and then he said that. That's good heat. That's good heat.
better than bringing out 3 men in
Yeah.
a dress, where Vince McMahon's just going, "They're men in a dress. It's funny."
Yeah, it's like that like Family Guy where he's just like, you know what's really funny? What? Women in clothing. Yes, it's very funny. Reading the
Anyway,
newspaper. Yeah,
So Velveteen Dream goes over. He gets the win.
I think he will.
It's just like, where does he go from there?
From there, he can get pushed to the North American title.
Yes.
He could go. He can go to
Alright.
UK. He
We're
can
done.
wrestle.
We're done. You said North American title. That means he's feuding with Adam Cole. I'm there.
That'd be a perfect feud because I think he's a wrestler, one of the few wrestlers in NXT who can tween.
He's a tweener.
Because people love him, but they also like to boo him.
And Adam Cole's kind of like, he's a heel, but Adam Cole does not get booed.
So it'd be a cool little like, obviously heel who's a tweener, and obviously heel as a tweener. They can kind
That'd
of
be a great match.
You can have Velveteen play the face in the feud, but not change his character at all. Because he's kind of been a face lately. He's just kind of a dick about it.
Yeah, I don't really consider him a heel. I don't
Yeah, I don't
consider
either.
What he does bad guy.
I think he's like the definition of a tweener.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You see him all like bummed out when Aleister Black was injured. He's just like,
Yeah.
it was so great.
I like. Who would have thought this is a tough enough tangent?
I literally said they were gonna do this that day.
Who would have thought? Like, that the best prospect to ever come out of a tough enough, not named The Miz, was Patrick fucking Clark.
I know. But it makes sense.
And
the one guy who actually likes wrestling became the best wrestler.
And the best way to get him over was to give him this fucking Prince gimmick.
That I did not expect.
Oh,
100%.
Killer. Fucking killer. It's
Yeah.
He's so good at it.
I just can't wait. Flash forward 3 years, he has a feud with Goldust, retires him. I just want it so bad. Can't do it right away because it's too on the nail on the head, but build to it.
I want that so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
I think that'd be a perfect way to introduce him is with
such a
Goldust.
good fucking idea right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it'd be a perfect way to introduce him to the main roster is through Goldust.
That would, I mean, they'll have to do something with Goldust so people give a shit.
Yeah, well,
It's like,
true.
remember when they introduced Xavier Woods?
Yeah, but you can easily make Goldust people give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, watch him and Cody.
I don't know. They turned him into a bad guy and it went like nowhere.
That's true.
I mean, granted,
But that was because
he went bad guy in R-Truth.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like,
who cares
Yeah.
about
yeah.
R-Truth?
But I think you give him some bread, he'll nibble.
Yeah. Nibble. That's a funny word.
Okay.
You no-sold me on that. That hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt
That's
me.
how it goes. That's what I do.
You
Captain No Soul.
You Bruiser Brody'd my Lex Luger joke.
Yeah,
I'm
Bruiser
hurt.
Brody.
We know
The
wrestling.
best.
After that, we're going to have Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, two amazing wrestlers, taking on Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven, two amazing wrestlers.
Do you want to go first since I went last time?
Well, it's Undisputed Era.
I think Mustache Mountain's going to win.
Okay. Why?
Because I think they're leading into War Games. And I think the way they're going to lead into War Games is have all the titles on the line. And the only way you would have all the titles on the line is if both sides have a title.
So you think in Undisputed Era win the second War Games?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Or you do War Machine and Ricochet win it. And that way he gets the North America title, but he never beat Adam Cole. They can have a rematch feud, have another match. I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's going to lead into War Games, and I think Mustache Mountain need a legitimate win on American soil.
Oh, they need to keep Ricochet.
Because they won the title in the UK tournament, which is a big deal, but not everybody watched it. This will cement them.
Well, I think the only reason they won it was because it was like the premiere episode of the NXT, UK show, which I'm so excited for. I'm just like, that's going to be great.
I'm probably wrong. Like 100%. I'm like, the smart money is on Undisputed Era, but why not just wait until Takeover to have them win the titles back instead of doing it on TV?
I mean, you can still do the War Games thing, except like maybe they win it. Maybe they win it through like a similar, like a nefarious mean, like they isolate Trent Seven or something like that. They beat him up really bad, like before the match or something like that, and then Tyler Bate has to defend it. I don't know why I'm putting Trent Seven as the fall guy.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's just got that fall guy look.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do something interesting and instead of doing 3-on-3-on-3, they do 4-on-4-on-4, and maybe bring in Danny Burch as the fourth guy for the British Strong Style.
Yeah.
And then you have 4 of them, and then you bring in War Machine, Ricochet, and Aleister Black, and have Aleister Black somehow be involved in some way.
Yeah, no, he's gonna feud with, because I mean, what do you think of everybody's thinking Lars Sullivan attacked him?
No, it's too obvious.
Yeah, it's like, why?
I think
they already had.
I
their
think
match.
you have to think of the least obvious, but still obvious.
I just think it was Tommaso.
I have a theory. I'm wrong, but I'm going to tell you. It's the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah, you're wrong.
No, this is why. This is why I think it's going to be the Forgotten Sons. 3-on-1 tag doesn't make Aleister look weak. First off. Second off, it's a good way to debut those 3 as a team because you take out the top guy. Top guy. Mm-hmm. Make a name for yourselves. And also, they debuted them in that dumb video they did with the whodunit kind of stuff.
Okay.
They were in there. But they kind of skimmed past them.
Okay, full disclosure, I didn't watch the video.
So in that video, they basically do they go through the 2 videotapes and they slow down and say everybody who's in the video. Mm-hmm. So they'd be like, in the back, it looks like in the back of the picnic area is Lars Sullivan in that yellow T-shirt. Or there's Shayna Baszler, and they basically go through. But
it was Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. So they walk through, and there was the 3 members of the Forgotten Sons, and they called them. They didn't call them the Forgotten Sons. They didn't call them. They just called them by their wrestling names. Mm-hmm. These 3. There was also a cool thing that I was like, ooh, I want that. They had Cesar Bononi, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Bartel.
Oh
I was like, that's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Give them something to do. Put those three together, and I want Axel Dite Jr. to be fucking bigger deal other than losing to Keith Lee.
Hey, I think Marcel Bartel, because you got to call him Marcel Bartel now.
Not Axel Dite Jr.
He doesn't exist anymore. He died.
Axel Dite Jr.
He died on his way to...
Founder of Ringkampf.
Anyway, I see good things for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his own entrance music and stuff like that.
Yeah. He got the Ringkampf entrance.
And he didn't get squashed. It wasn't a squash match by any means. It was a pretty competitive match.
I bet you $100 the reason why they haven't debuted him sooner is because they thought they were going to get Walter.
Yeah. I mean, I still think they're going to get Walter.
I think Walter's going to go another year on the Indies just to see, kind of like build his name more in the U.S.
I'm terrified for every NXT person's chest.
Nah, dude. according to who was it who said this? It was who the hell said it? Oh, David Starr. He said he would much rather have his chest bruised and bloody than to take a bump.
That sounds
like he's saying right. From a wrestler's perspective, he said, take it whatever you want, but like I would much rather have him chop my chest and have bruising for a couple days than to take so many bumps that cause long-term damage to my back.
That makes sense.
So, if anything, he's doing better. And that's probably why Daniel Bryan was willing to get chopped so hard by Roddy, because he's like, I can't take bumps, but chop me fucking hard.
And it's his buddy.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, Roderick Strong, please chop the fuck out of
Yeah, and Roderick is known throughout the entire world as having the hardest chops in wrestling.
He's so good. I love him.
Plus, I want Roddy versus Walter now.
All right. Then we got Adam Cole versus Ricochet.
Adam Cole wins.
He's winning that, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
I think he'll have help. It won't be a clean victory.
It'll be Bobby Fish.
You think he's ready? You think he's healed?
I don't think he's going to wrestle.
He's walking again.
I just think he's going to interfere. There we go. That's that word.
Yeah. I think he'll be involved somehow. I think they might even have, like, as shitty as it is, might have a DQ finish to lead into War Games.
I mean,
you could have Adam Cole basically being the chicken shit heel, have like a 30-minute match that's like worth the money, and then have a DQ finish that feels satisfying.
Or ref bump.
Something like that. Yeah. And then have War Machine come out and just basically be his guy, and that leads into War Games.
I think a Doth They Finish, baby.
Doth They Finish?
Perfectly fine. I just don't think like a DQ is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's such an Adam Cole thing, is to get DQ.
I know, but since like if this was any other takeover, I might consider that, but it's like, imagine like a WrestleMania match ending on
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, 100%.
I don't care for
that. Yeah, he'll just win by ref distraction or something like that. You're right. You're 100% right. But I think Adam Cole retains.
And then, I'm guessing this is probably next, Shayna Baszler taking on Kairi Sane.
Shayna Baszler wins.
Yeah, I'm splitting with you on this. I think Kairi Sane's going to win. I think Shayna Baszler is so main roster ready.
Yeah. Well, I told you my idea what I think they should do.
Hear me out, because you called the. Wait, I can't spoil it for you. Anyway, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Don't.
Kairi Sane is.
Did you kind of spoiled it by saying I don't want to spoil it?
Yeah, I ruined it.
Man,
I'm a garbage person. I after the Tegan Knox injury, I just fell down. I was like,
oh, okay.
What happens? And now I know, and I'm excited, and you should be excited. And
hint. Connor ruined the entire tournament for you.
Might have been wrong about the G1, but you were right about the Mae Young Classic.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
God damn it, Connor.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
But I see good things for certain people in our future.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
No, I'm telling you, man. Kairi Sane's winning that. Shayna Baszler's going to the main roster. They gotta do that fucking 4 horsewomen thing sooner rather than later.
I'm telling you, they're gonna build it up at Evolution. It's the perfect place for it.
I know.
Have all 3 of them, because if she's defending the title, she can come in and basically lead these 2. If she loses at Evolution, frees her up, makes an impact in that match.
Hear me out. Shayna Baszler loses at Brooklyn.
Okay.
Then costs Ronda Rousey her title.
But then how do you build 4 horsemen versus horsewomen if she costs her the title?
Good point. I didn't think about that.
I can see it being like maybe around Rumble time she turns on Ronda, so they can have maybe Shayna versus Ronda at WrestleMania, because I feel like that's a good match, and I don't think that
be a good match.
Because
awesome.
I feel like maybe they don't need to do Charlotte versus Ronda because they're going to do the horsewomen versus horsewomen, so they'll kind of have it already.
Fair enough.
So they could do something like that. They could do it after WrestleMania. That'd be a cool after WrestleMania Raw thing. Okay, let's keep going.
All right, yeah. Then the main event, the reason we're all here, the match we've been looking forward to this entire fucking time.
Gargano wins.
Yes, but it's Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano is going to win. He's going to make he's going to make him tap out.
But it's not going to be a satisfying victory. And by what I mean by that is he's going to win in a way that's not in like a Johnny Gargano fashion. He's not going to overcome the odds. He's going to be the odds that Tommaso has to overcome. And it's going to be like one of those things where you're like, I hate Tommaso and I love Johnny, but what the fuck kind of situation.
You're like, are you thinking not necessarily a double turn, but something in that?
I think it's going to be a bunch of gray area that they're both going to satisfy as opposed to it.
I like that.
And it's going to be Johnny Gargano because, like, I like the idea of Johnny Gargano having to sacrifice his good nature to become a bad person or to win the title. Like, he has to be a bad person to win the title. And if he wins in a way that makes him look bad, I can't predict what that way is going to be. NXT's really good about, like, doing that. Have him win, like, in a way, like, have him win with, like, he ties him up to the floor, and that's why he can't get up. Like, something like, it feels satisfying. It's going to feel satisfying, but something that, like, in that vein where he wins it by being a dick rather than overcoming the odds.
Maybe. Hear me out. He puts Tommaso in the Gargano Escape, which is a terrible fucking name for a
He's had it
submission.
forever.
It's dumb. I don't like it. I don't care. It's a dumb name. I'm saying it. I'm going hard.
Okay.
Anyway,
All day, all night.
Tommaso doesn't tap.
Ooh.
He refuses. He won't give.
Well, it's a last man standing match, so he can't tap anyway.
Oh, you're right.
That's why I said he's going to tie him to the floor so he can't get up.
No.
Or maybe like dump like a buttload of like throw like a piece of the set on top of him so that people are actually concerned for Tommaso Ciampa's well-being.
Yeah.
But he can't get up because he's under a bunch of rubble or some shit.
Or they pull like a Matt Hardy versus Edge, where
he sleeps with his wife.
Yes, and then Johnny Gargano gets really shitty about it and blogs about it. No. So when they had their like no holds barred match on Raw, Matt Hardy got him in I think a side effect, and he jumped off the stage into the electrical equipment.
Oh, you 100% no contest where they both can't get up.
I think that
makes way too much sense.
That's a satisfying end.
That makes way too much sense, dude. I'm on board with that. In that case, none of us will be right with our predictions, but that's not fun, so we have to pick someone.
So let's go through Brooklyn real quick.
I like
both
that,
of us are saying Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
You're saying Mustache Mountain.
Yep.
I'm saying Undisputed Era.
Cool.
We're both saying Adam Cole.
Okay.
You're saying Shayna Baszler.
Yep.
I'm saying Kairi Sane.
Cool.
I'm sticking to it. You made me realize that she can't turn heel on Ronda, but I'm like, no, Kairi Sane's taking that title.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be like, what? I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
My thing with like Shayna Baszler as champion is we're running out of like women faces.
I think
other
it's
than
leading.
Toni Storm.
I think it's leading to Candice LeRae taking the title because Candice LeRae, and it would be so great now that you've said that ending to that. I'm totally changing my opinion. That's what I'm going with. The same, but it'd be so cool if Candice LeRae won the title and Johnny never did.
And so we're saying,
and he kind of gets bitter about it.
So kind of what we're saying is, I don't like bitter Johnny Gargano.
I hate it, but it's got to go there for him to come back.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of
that's the story they're telling.
I'm hoping I'm hoping this thing ends sooner rather than later, just because, I mean, it's good stuff. I'm just over it. I'm over this.
I think it's going to lead into
this family drama.
It's going to be Triple H testing if a year-long feud could actually work.
It can.
It can, and this is proof.
That's a dumb test, Triple H.
I know,
work.
but I think it's also proof of concept for Vince, so he can take over booking and maybe book something a little more meaningful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but
no, I get you. I
think it's more
what this is.
Because like, how much more invested are we in this feud than like anything on Raw right now?
I'm so much more invested.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, to be fair, it's so hard to fucking invest in anything on main roster.
Right.
Like, even the SmackDown stuff. Like, we're all sitting here being like, we just want the Samoa Joe AJ Styles match to be good.
We're getting it.
I hope so. I hope it's... Anyway, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then we're both in agreement that Tommaso Ciampa is walking out still champion.
Now,
you've
convinced me. You've convinced me.
I think that's where this has to go.
It makes sense because it's a good... Because I bet you... Because my original prediction was Johnny was going to win the title by beating Aleister Black. Mm-hmm. So did Tommaso rub it in his face he's never beaten him.
What if... So NXT War Games is coming up.
Triple Threat War Games.
No. Hear me out. they do their own Hell in a Cell.
I thought that same thing. I saw that. I really.
That's
did.
where this match needs to go.
Yeah. Death
That
match.
would be fucking
death match.
that
Texas death match.
I'm telling you, if NXT finally does its own Hell in a Cell, that would be fucking dope.
1,486 light tube death match.
C4
C4 no rope barbed wire exploding death match.
with nail beds.
Yeah. That's where it ends. Someone has to die.
They just go to fucking Japan.
No, they just straight up come out with like light tubes and
Oh
shit
my
and start
God.
like, oh my god.
Nick Gage fucking comes out.
No, Nick Gage is that guy, like, you know how they always do it at NXT where they have like some famous indie wrestler in the crowd, like, they're like it's just Nick Gage, but he's not clapping. He just has a knife in his hand.
with
and
his
just,
fucked up teeth. His goddamn.
and then he looks at the
fucked up
camera. He
teeth.
does the MDK thing.
8 Club, gang affiliated.
Yeah.
The King.
That'd be funny.
There we go.
But yeah.
I'm gonna start a fucking tally. Nick Gage
Honestly,
references.
if WWE wasn't PG, that's where this feud should go, is to a
Hell
death
yeah,
match.
dude.
Because that's like the only, like I've always said, death matches. I like them, but they're so much better when told correctly. You know, so if you had it where it had like a year-long feud of actual hatred, the only way to finish it, fucking death match. That makes sense.
And then I guess our final prediction: Matt Riddle shows up in the audience.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, if not in the audience, he's going to be involved in one of the matches somehow.
Ooh, Adam Cole Ricochet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be cool. But he would be the guy who helps out Ricochet. Wouldn't that be cool if he was in the audience doing the clap, like, new signee, and then like during the match, like Adam Cole's cheating and he hops the barricade.
Ooh.
And he gets in there, he's like, what are you going to do about it, bro?
They recreate the fucking Josh Barnett.
Yeah, you see that pussy running?
You fucked up. You fucked up, man.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I love it.
But no, I could see them doing something because it's getting now to the point that it's predictable. So I can see them switching it up just to give
it's
it
not-
new life.
Of all of the tropes WWE has, seeing a wrestler you like in the audience, I'm like, that's a good trope.
Yeah, no, but they do like to switch it up. That's what they did with Undisputed Era.
That's what they did. Yeah, Adam Cole,
They
baby.
they totally switched it up. They didn't have him in the audience.
Although, like,
they had
they
him come
kinda-
out.
Adam Cole, like, took over NXT when
Oh.
he showed up.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's so fucking good.
Oh
Oh my god! I love, like, we're getting sidetracked, but I loved when they lost the title and Kyle O'Reilly can't do the air guitar solo.
He's
just so mad. Like he was like the look on his face was just this look of crush,
Yeah,
just depression. Just I used to do this thing and now I can't
right.
because you took it away from me. And then when they won it back, he's just back to air guitar. I fucking love him.
Yeah.
And Roderick Strong looks great, and he's
Yeah.
such a good bad guy. Holy
He's
shit.
way better bad guy than good guy. I've said that from when he debuted.
Yeah, like I think his style of wrestling lends itself.
Yes,
to bad guy
100%.
wrestling.
He is such a. He could be that guy. He can have the Napoleon complex if he's on the main roster, like feuding with like Braun Strowman. He could be that guy who like fucks his world up, even though he's like way shorter than him, just because of his freaky strength and like his brutality and his moves. And they're not unbelievable moves. You believe his moves.
Oh, yeah.
Like he doesn't do a move that you're like, that wouldn't actually hurt. No,
Oh,
he
no.
does. He does legit like,
His moves are-
ow.
His moves look terrifying.
Yeah, so I can see him being like the opposite of Daniel Bryan, where he's just like a killer little man. That'd be cool. Let's get to SummerSlam.
Oh man. So the final prediction for Brooklyn will be better than SummerSlam.
Is that even a question?
Yeah, it will be. It'll
Yeah,
be so much.
it's always-
It'll be infinitely better.
Unless they like literally get in the ring and take a poop.
Every
If
match-
literally he pulls down his
No,
pants and starts
hear me out.
shitting.
Hear me out. Dark Universe. Every match ends with a finger poke of doom.
Yeah. I would still mark out. I'd be like, that's cool.
Vince, so
That's a gamble.
So guys, I just got off the phone with Vince, and we're not allowed to put on any good matches tonight.
I'm telling you, the only way it could be bad is if Triple H does his little that he used to do in the NXT where he would come out and be like, you are NXT, I'm NXT. And he just goes like, I'm NXT. And he pulls out his pants and just takes a shit in the ring. He's like, you guys will give that 5 stars.
Now-
and then he's like, get out of my arena, no matches. It's the only way it could be worse than SummerSlam.
Honestly, I'd love it.
Yeah.
Still better than SummerSlam.
I mean,
Because the main event of SummerSlam is going to suck.
I don't think it's going to be the main event.
No, I think it is. And I'll tell you why when we get there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right.
You're probably
So
right.
first up, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. The Miz.
I like how we start off with this one because this is the one I'm the least sure about.
The Miz. Let me tell you why.
Convince me.
If Daniel Bryan hasn't re-signed his contract, fuck him.
Here's the real question you got to ask.
Okay. All right.
Will they have another match?
That's why I'm thinking he'll probably... I still think he's going to...
If they have a second match, Daniel Bryan loses.
That's what I'm... Because if this is a WrestleMania-worthy match, Miz needs to win at SummerSlam.
Okay.
And if they're talking about it being for a title, Miz needs to win at SummerSlam. And I think if he wins, that's a sign Daniel Bryan re-signed. If Daniel Bryan wins, I don't think he's re-signed.
That's a good point. I'm going to say... Oh, man. You got me here.
Ooh.
I'm not saying you convince me. I'm saying I still don't know.
It's not fair and square. He cheats.
Yeah, I know.
Because we've gotten over Daniel Bryan losing. Daniel Bryan's lost enough times to where it's like, okay, Daniel Bryan can lose again.
What if they did this? I don't know why I'm fantasy booking, but that's what fun is. WWE is fantasy booking. What if they did
the way to watch the product?
What if they did a face turn with the Miz in this match? Not by turning Daniel Bryan heel, but by having him go Daniel Bryan's speed and losing valiantly.
I don't like it.
Because everybody loves him because of his show and stuff. It would make sense. What if they do like they build up to him being soft? You're a soft wrestler, because that's kind of what they've been doing, right? It's like you're a soft wrestler, you suck, and then Daniel Bryan and him have a 30-minute classic.
Oh, I think it's going to be a long
full
match.
Tits out, like straight up the best.
See, I don't think the Miz can do that.
I think he can. I think he has the possibility.
I think, and I don't think they're going to tell that story. I think if they tell that story, it'll be in the vein of like a Drew Gulak Mustafa Ali match.
Yeah,
he tries to go the distance, and that's what.
I would just love to see that. That'd be way cooler than what they're gonna do.
I think the Miz, as far as like American style wrestling goes, Miz is one of the best at it.
Yeah, I would say he is the best.
And he's good. He can hang with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
He and Chris Jericho had a great match. And as much as like, well, yeah, it's because Chris Jericho was in the match. It's like there was another person in that match.
Right. Yeah, we'll go with Miz.
I'm saying Miz wins. Miz wins. If he wins, Daniel Bryan's re-signed. They're fighting at WrestleMania.
Okay. Miz.
After that, Finn Balor. The Balor
Club.
Balor Club for everyone.
Legos.
I think I'm getting better at that Balor. I'm
you just gotta say Balor.
By the end of Turty days.
Yeah. Since you made fun of me when we were younger for not having an Irish accent.
I don't have one either, dude.
Yeah. Oh, what?
I don't know if you ever watched my expert.
Why was I the one getting shit then all the time?
Because I was filming.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
But it just be like Turty, and then it's like Finn Balor.
So Finn Balor is taking on Baron Corbin in who is getting wasted the most match.
You gotta listen to me. I'm the constipated.
And Balor is winning, and this feud will be.
Yeah, he wins. He wins.
Cleanly,
no roll up bullshit. He'll win with the coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
He comes out in a business demon, where it's just like the demon paint, but it has a tie, and then he has like a hat on.
I don't think he's doing demon.
I'm fucking with you, dude.
Although that'd be fucking funny.
It's like a brown demon. Like you're like, is that the poop demon?
I'm so over fucking Constable Corbin. I've been over it this whole time.
I like it.
I like Baron Corbin. I don't like what they're doing. What he's doing sucks.
Do you want me to go call Stephanie?
And again, it's just that power struggle storyline that I've been over. I'm so over it. I've been over it. I don't fucking want it. Oh my god! And again, whoever in the creative meeting was like, "What if we called him Constable?" That should have been like, "You're fired. Get out." That was fucking stupid. But you know who came up with that, and it was Vince, and no one could fire Vince. Right. Unless it was Stephanie. Maybe Stephanie.
I could see it.
That seems like a Stephanie.
I don't think she has any creative control.
I think she does.
I know that sounds really shitty. I think she has zero creative control. I think she is the face and the money.
I don't even like her as
I think she's the face because she's a female. Not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying because she's a female, it's a good look.
I get the idea of having a McMahon be the villain, but I'm so she's not the.
I would kill for them to just not have an authority figure for 5 years,
or just at the very least just have an authority figure. Be an authority figure.
I know I talk about this like every week, but you got to watch MLW.
Yeah, because
MLW is basically if WWE was good and small, good and small. So there's no authority figure in the show, but they have like, they make it, there is obviously an authority figure, but he's not on the show. And they just tell you what the match is going to be and everybody agrees. And it's rarely ever bullshit. But they do a lot of like the risky stuff. Like they had a boiler room brawl.
Damn.
They're having a dojo fight next week. It's going to be Filthy Tom Lawler versus Jack Swagger.
Speaking of Jack Swagger.
Jake Hager.
That fucking being the elite.
Oh yeah, he's just like,
hey,
you gonna fight Okada?
Hey Marty,
you're
dead.
Taking
on Okada? You're dead.
Yeah.
And then when he goes to fucking talk to Rey Mysterio in the worst acoustic
they do that a
room
lot
ever.
So Ray, I'm gonna be fighting Okada. What do you think we should do?
I'm fucked, aren't I? Because Rey Mysterio can't say the F word. I'm fucked. Yeah. And he walks off like, I'm glad I didn't have to say it.
It's great.
So Finn Balor wins.
I think he wins. Clean.
And then it's just, where does he go? Where does he...
Intercontinental?
Oh, yeah. It takes it from Dolph.
Yeah.
I think that gives away...
I think... Okay, we'll keep talking.
Okay. Then, Shinsuke Nakamura. Poor Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Shinsuke wins.
Yeah,
Jeff,
with Randy Orton pulling his dick out. That's how he wins. Randy comes out, pulls his dick out, tries to shake his hand.
What, you're not going to shake my hand?
And then Shinsuke just boomaye's him in the face, and then his face hits his dick, and double knockout.
Yes, honestly, that would make SummerSlam better than Takeover.
Yeah, 100%.
If Takeover's nothing but 7-star matches, but that happens like SummerSlam was better.
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
I literally saw a man get knocked out by a dick. But no, yeah, I'd say I think Jeff Hardy needs to go nurse some injuries. I don't think he needs surgery or anything like that. I think he just needs to nurse it. So this could be an easy way to write him off.
I think it's fucking dumb that Shinsuke Nakamura has to play.
Does Randy Orton have a match?
No, he's going to interfere in
this
this match.
No, this is what's going to happen, dude. This is 100% what WWE. Maybe not now because of all the stuff, but this is probably what they were planning.
Oh, you're right. This totally ruins like any.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if they still do it. Is if Jeff Hardy's coming out. Like his music hits, and then he doesn't come out. You're like, oh, what? Where is he? And then Randy Orton drags him, and he's just like, you, me, Shinsuke, and they have a match, heel versus heel, no build, but
Shinsuke wins.
Yeah, Shinsuke wins. But if that case were to happen,
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it is too, but that'd be cool.
Especially now, especially with what's going on.
Yeah, especially
like they're investigating, but
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the plan.
That was probably real quick. I think it's dumb that they just gave Shinsuke this title, but the focus is on Randy Orton. It's fucking stupid, and it shows everything wrong with WWE creative.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
I know, but they don't. It's just like you have this talented, charismatic guy who is doing great work as a heel, and it's like, fuck him.
I like to see him in like a... Because he's heel now.
Yeah.
Well, it's more heel than being literally the opposite character you were. Mm-hmm. Have him be like Minoru Suzuki.
I mean, when Randy Orton and Shinsuke were taking turns beating up Jeff Hardy, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do anything with that.
Yeah. The reason why I say that is because I've seen interviews with him at like CompCon panels, and when he talks really slow, methodical, he's very, very. You want to listen to what he wants to say. So he'll be like, "Yeah, it's yeah." You know, he's like really like I don't know what to say.
I think they're going to move him to Raw.
I don't think they're doing a shakeup. I don't know where this came from. That there was a shakeup after SummerSlam.
No, I don't think they're doing a shakeup. But I think he's probably going to move to Raw at some point.
Probably next year.
Yeah. So Shinsuke retains.
I think Shinsuke retains as well.
Yeah. So we're both. Oh, let's talk about the pre-show match real quick.
What is it? Almas and
Rusev. Lana taking on Andrade Cien Almas.
Almas has got to win, right?
Almas wins. Aiden English costs them the victory.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then Lana can use that as leverage to get them to split. Aiden English gets released.
Yeah. Because what else are they going to do with
Put him on main event with Mike Kanellis, the most wasted talent. Mike Kanellis is a good wrestler, ladies and gentlemen. But whatever. I still think they're just waiting for Maria to come back, and I don't know if she's coming back.
Right.
You know.
I see Mike Kanellis getting released.
I think he'll get released as soon as his contract's up.
It's kind of sad.
Bummer.
They brought,
but now he'll have that little bit of dime. He can go back to the Indies and start killing it.
They brought him in with literally no plan.
He'd be perfect right now in Impact. Like, literally right now. Like, the worst time was when he was there. Now, best time for him.
I think he burned that bridge, though.
Did he?
I mean, with new management, it might be different.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like totally different people. He can come in as a star. He can be like in like the global, whatever their mid-card title is at the time. I don't think they have a mid-card title anymore. But he could just go in there and basically feud with Moose and it'd be believable.
I think you need to back up from the mic.
Am I too close?
Yeah, you might be too close.
Might be.
All right. After that, Cedric Alexander, Cruiserweight Champion.
Is that on the main card?
It shows that it is.
Doubt it.
Happy Rusev Day, Sarah. It's Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
So Cedric Alexander, Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak's winning that.
Oh, yes, sir. I got
yeah.
that, too. I have it 100%.
Yeah, it's time.
I think it's time.
Cedric's been doing good work, but Drew Gulak's been killing it forever. He is the only bright spot of the Enzo Amore.
And I hate to say it, I think he's going to be a transitional champion to get the title on Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
And then they can have Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy at Showdown Down Under or whatever on the Australian show.
Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah, but he won't win the title there. But that'll be the match.
That'll be a good match.
Yeah,
Mustafa's killing it. He deserves it. But anyway, Drew Gulak is amazing.
Yeah,
he's a great fucking wrestler.
Yeah, I think he'll get a pity title win like Kira got. Where he'll have it for a few weeks and then drop it.
Drop it to Mustafa Ali. Yeah, probably.
To Mustafa Ali. And then Mustafa Ali will eventually drop it to Leo Rush.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
It makes the most sense. The trajectory says it that way.
I don't want to see Buddy Murphy ever hold that title.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leo Rush wins it at WrestleMania.
That's high praise.
That's high praise.
I like it. After that, Carmella. The SmackDown Women's Champion.
I'm only smiling because I know my answer, and you're gonna be so bummed.
I have the same answer.
Man, we didn't pick anything different yet.
We'll get there. I think because like the main roster stuff is so predictable.
But yeah, Carmella's winning.
Carmella taking on Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless Asuka's added to the match, which is rumored, but I don't know if they'll do that.
I don't think they will. It's too late.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to do that.
They've done
tomorrow.
that though before. They did that with Rusev.
Yeah.
And I could see them having Asuka win by pinning Becky for how shitty that sounds.
Yeah.
But I think Carmella keeps it until Evolution loses that Evolution because I don't think there's going to be a lot of title trains at Evolution.
I like Carmella. I don't get what they see in Carmella.
I
liked her as like when she won the title with the Money in the Bank. I'm like, cool, sneaky heel. She needs to drop the title really soon. She didn't drop it really soon. I'm like, she should not be walking in.
Somebody said, I don't know who said it, but somebody said like that's all they know how to write for are the blonde, dopey, sneaky heels.
Yeah, I know. I read the same
and that's
thing.
why Alexa Bliss is champion. That's why Carmella's champion, just because that's the only people they know how to write for.
It's fucking pathetic.
Yeah,
it's so pathetic.
But that makes way too much sense for me to not agree. Like,
no, like
I like to think that they have a little more creativity.
I agree
than
that's what they're doing. I agree that that's what they're doing. I think it's bullshit that that's what they're doing, though.
I'm saying for how good the women's division is on SmackDown. Because remember when with the draft happened, we were like, oh shit, SmackDown division's going to be sweet now. And then it's been Carmella, which I like Carmella.
Carmella's fine.
But like
she's got a lot of personality.
She's getting Jinder Mahal now.
But I'm sorry. Every fucking women's wrestler on SmackDown right now has personality.
Yeah.
Naomi's got tons of personality. Charlotte's got tons of personality. Becky Lynch has tons of personality. The Iconics are nothing but personality.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the only person who might not have personality is Sonya fucking Deville, but they're not on TV anymore.
And she's really good with Mandy Rose.
Oh,
and they're on Raw. They're on Raw. No, they're on. You're right. They're on SmackDown. Where have they been?
Exactly. Carmella is like right now. There are only 4 or 5 women in the WWE's mind, and they're all blonde except Becky Lynch,
Sasha,
and Bayley. Okay, so 3.
And Asuka. She was just in the title picture.
I know, but don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me.
Hashtag Connor was right.
Oh, so pissed.
Let me see it in the comments.
Bullshit.
Connor was right.
It was bullshit.
And make sure it's Connor with a G at the end of it.
Fuck James Ellsworth. No, he's great.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's great. But fuck that whole feud. It was stupid. I'm pissed.
Cool.
All right, Dolph Ziggler, the Intercontinental Champion.
They have a special stipulation for this match?
No, it's just a regular match. Although I think Dean Ambrose.
Seth wins.
No.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler's winning that time.
That's my bold prediction. Seth wins, and he's going to win with Dean helping him. And they'll have a match at the next pay-per-view, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Hell in a Cell. I don't know. They could do a team Hell in a Cell in that. That'd be cool.
Ooh.
And then once they're done with that feud, and basically it's kind of like wishy-washy, Dean turns on Seth, feuds for the title. Done.
Or they have a big giant SummerSlam moment where Dean turns on Seth.
But he hasn't even come back yet.
There was. I mean, we'll check it. But there was a rumor that he was returning tonight.
Yeah, but rumors are rumors. I'll believe it when I see it. Plus, it's so close to SummerSlam, you might as well just wait.
Yeah, but what? That's a SummerSlam memory. Dean turned on Seth.
No, it's gonna be, dude. You gotta think like WWE. Dolph is gonna be winning only because Drew is gonna be there to basically trip his legs and be a dick, and they're gonna be like, we're wrestlers, heel wrestling, and then it's gonna become one of those things where he's just like, he's about to win, he's cheating to win, or the ref gets bumped, and then Drew gets in there, he's about to do the Claymore, runs, and then out of nowhere you just hear, and nobody's gonna boo Dean Ambrose coming back. So you can't have him turn heel his day he comes back.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
You cannot.
Not with that attitude.
You got to think, this is not NXT where you can actually do a heel turn and people be like, ooh, they would be like, sweet.
Hear me out with this, okay? He turns on Seth, and the next night talks about, so you wanted to be the man, huh? You wanted Monday night to be the Seth Rollins show. I thought you changed. And he can do this whole vindictive...
No, I'm not saying that's not a good idea. It is totally a good idea.
You're just saying
they're not going to do it that quickly. They're going to lead into it. Because they always like to do that. Like, when you feel like it's the right timing for a heel turn, they wait a month.
It's stupid. It's so stupid that they do that.
That's why they're going to do. They're going to have it be that they're all goody-goody two-shoes, and then in the moment that feels like the right time, maybe in a couple months, he's going to turn on him. And then he'll do that same cut. He's like, when I was gone,
That's your Dean impression.
And,
Hey, Brock.
And, I was over in the aside with Renee, and you were over here talking about Monday Night Rollins. I thought you changed. You were supposed to. No, I don't like that, actually. I do not like that. He's going to come out and just be a maniac. And people will be like, why, Dean? And he'd be like, what the fuck is my nickname?
Lunatic Fringe.
And what have I been on wrestling in WWE?
Not a lunatic fringe.
Well, it's time to change that.
Okay.
And he comes out as the most... Oh, man, I wish they would just do what I want.
That's so meta.
And just have them be Lost Boys in 2018. That's all I want is Dean Ambrose be Lost Boys.
Be a fucking vampire.
Yeah, like just like a punky, like a punk, like a 90s punk kid. Like not the ones with the dyed hair and a mohawk. I'm talking about like the punk kids who listen to like borderline emo punk.
So, yeah, I got you.
Lost Boys.
So I'm telling you, man.
The Get Up Kids.
Dolph Ziggler
like
retains. So we're splitting.
Yes, finally.
I feel like this is going to be
Seth is going to win.
break.
Seth is going to win.
After that, Braun Strowman is going to take on Kevin Owens for Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank contract. And Kevin Owens is winning
by DQ
that match.
By DQ. Jinder Mahal's going to punch Kevin Owens in the face on purpose to get him that thing.
I don't think that would count.
Yeah, it would. There's nothing saying the stipulation that if it just says if he loses the Money in the Bank. So what happens is Jinder Mahal is going to come out and Braun's going to basically like be like
that way Braun Strowman
chases him, and then Kevin's going to look at me and be like, hit me, and he's going to like, and he punches him and he loses, switches Braun to feud with Jinder for a bit, destroys him. Mm-hmm. Kevin has the Money in the Bank, can kind of talk to people how he beat the monster twice.
You and I agree, but I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna blow your mind at the end of this.
I know what you're gonna say. You've told me. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're gonna do it.
I do. Anyway, so Kevin Owens takes the Money in the Bank from the monster Braun. Braun destroys him.
No, he destroys Jinder because he's gonna get DQ.
Both of them.
Okay.
He destroys both of them. So everyone's like, "Oh, Kevin Owens isn't coming back tonight. He's so injured." Then after that. The Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, taking on The New Day. Either Big E, Kofi Kingston, or Xavier Woods.
I think this is New Day's time to win the titles.
Oh, yeah, they're winning
I think
those
they've had
titles.
enough time without them that they can get them back and nobody be upset.
And it's SummerSlam, and I think there's a lot of truth to Vince McMahon wanting the New Day to be the best tag team of all time. And, they're winning those titles.
Yeah, I think they win them.
And it'll be a good match. I'm excited.
It might be a good match.
I think it's going to.
Bludgeon Brothers are great, but like the way they've been booking him to wrestle hasn't been that great.
Yeah, but with the New Day, and they've all wrestled before, I have high hopes for this match. I think it's going to deliver.
Cool.
After that, the dream match that we've seen a billion times in another wrestling promotion. Samoa Joe's taking on AJ Styles. Samoa Joe taking on AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
You want me to blow your fucking mind?
Is it Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe wins.
Hell no. AJ Styles is retained.
No way.
Yes way. He's not losing that title till Survivor Series, my
Joe
friend.
is going to choke out AJ Styles so hard, and AJ Styles is going to come back at him, Hell in a Cell match rematch.
Ooh.
AJ Styles can bet the title then? I don't know.
Ooh.
But that's how they're doing it, dude. It's
Samoa
happening. It's written on the wall, my friend. It's so going to happen.
I think we're saying that this is going to be a night.
It's going to be AJ Styles is going to lose by not tapping out, but being choked out. So he can be you never really beat me, you never tapped me out.
No, I'm telling you, AJ Styles is winning. He's going to hit the phenomenal forearm, and he's going to win.
No, son.
Now, the question is, my main honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm
fine either way.
Who wins? My concern is, I am tired of these dream matches being presented to me and then getting fucked with.
Yeah.
Tired of it. They did it with Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. They did it with AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel better because this is just a fucking standard match. I want my goddamn 5-star match from AJ Styles, Samoa Joe.
Yeah, it's happening.
I want it to.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
He's going to choke him out.
AJ Styles or Billy Ray. Sarah, stop it. Stop messing up this podcast with your Billy Ray Cyrus jokes. AJ Styles is a phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah.
Just because his hair is long and he's from Georgia. God. After that.
The gay community. You ever see that? Oh, it's so good.
Did.
It's so good. The gay community.
After that, Bliss.
Yeah, A Bliss.
A Bliss.
A-Exa Bliss.
Is taking on Ronda Rousey for that Raw Women's Championship.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun little cat and mouse, and Ronda's gonna win. And they're gonna use her double jointed thing to make it look way cool.
Yeah.
I think instead of it being like she fakes it, it's gonna be used as a storytelling device. As like she broke her arm.
Yeah.
And then they could just write her off for a couple weeks and then bring her back to face Trish and Lita. Like I want.
With Mickie James?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see that happening. I mean, Ronda Rousey's definitely picking up that title.
Oh, yeah, 100%. She's a marquee, and if Brock is going to be taking some time off to do UFC, she's a good substitute.
Or not come back at all.
Or not come back at all, but I've told you what I've told you what I think is going to happen, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then after that, I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying about why Ronda Rousey's might be the main event, but it's Brock fucking Lesnar.
Yeah, I thought about it. You're right.
Brock Lesnar, the Raw Universal Champion, in a match that's been so well received every time it happens.
Just get it over with.
Taking on Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is going to win because fuck it, it's time.
No, he's going to win and then get cashed in on, right?
Oh, yeah. He's
It's
going to
happening.
hold that title for a
Whoever
second.
wins that match, regardless of if we're right or wrong, whoever wins that match is cashing in
That's
on
why it's
Roman
Roman Reigns.
after he beats Brock. Because he's got to beat
He
Brock.
beats Brock. He hits him with 10 million spears.
Because it's just in Vince's head, it's a good storytelling, but it's a decent storytelling by saying he did his goal, but he still didn't get a prize.
He did. He's going to hit 10 million spears, 1 billion Superman punches. He's
How
gonna
cool would it be if he just comes out, spears him, and it's over?
That would be pretty.
It would be pretty cool. It would get people to not boo.
Kevin Owens can't
And
cash
then
in.
yeah, I know, I understand that, but
No,
it would
I-
get people to not boo
No, when
because
you
it'd be a
said that-
Goldberg
when
situation.
you said that, I was like, that'd be pretty fucking sweet.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, dude.
That would be so sweet.
I would not be surprised.
But then it fucks up my whole prediction. No. It doesn't happen. It's a bad match.
I'm gonna say for bonus points, if it ends in under like 20 seconds,
That would be-
I win predictions regardless.
That would be Roman Reigns redeemed.
Do not give the crowd time to boo.
It's not even just that. Honestly, if it was one spear and done, Roman Reigns is the best. In my like, all of a sudden, okay, everything I've ever thought about Roman Reigns is done.
No,
like,
you wouldn't. You'd bitch about something else.
Oh, fuck Roman Reigns.
You'd come out and be like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy who beat Brock Lesnar in 20 seconds. And then Goldberg comes out. He's like, I did too.
And then Kevin Owens comes out.
Kevin Owens is like, I got money in the bank. And Goldberg spears him. And he's like, I beat you already. Who's next?
Oh, God. And then Undertaker comes out.
Undertaker comes out. He's like, my hip. He's like, ow, please. Can we not do this, Vince?
The next night.
Can you give me like Big E? He's super soft.
The next night is just a revolving door of legends coming out. Just so they can hold Roman Reigns' hand up.
Yeah. And then The Rock comes out. He trips on the way down. His sunglasses come off. You see all his notes on his arms. He's like, oh!
John Cena ruined The Rock.
Oh, 100%, dude. He totally did. But that was the whole point. That's what made that so interesting.
John Cena won that feud.
Yeah.
Like spiritually and literally, because at the end of WrestleMania 29, The Rock with his torn abdomen is, I'm in so much pain. Time to go film Pain and Gain.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Is it?
I love that movie.
It's all right. I'm not crazy about it. After that, so once Roman Reigns is the winner and he's sitting there and it's Roman Reigns and he's hurting, he's feeling his ribs. All of a sudden, Kevin Owens comes out.
You didn't do the song right.
And it's like well, point is, Kevin Owens comes out. He cashes in his Money in the Bank.
Gets speared and he loses.
Oh, no, fuck that.
I'm kidding.
Because they're cards subject to change, but that main event at Hell in a Cell is Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens in a Hell in a Cell.
Is that rumored?
That's the advertised match.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned is just because cards subject to change doesn't mean they're gonna fucking change it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down.
So Kevin Owens is cashing in that Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he'll cash it in, and then Roman could win it at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
because it's not one of the big four.
I think Kevin Owens will hold that title for a while.
No, I think he'll hold it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Roman will get it. Roman
Maybe
will then
Survivor Series Roman wins it.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can totally see that.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's another big four where you have that situation, and it's going to be brand versus brand.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have. Would you want Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles again, or Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe?
Fuck yeah!
No, I would much rather see Samoa Joe versus Roman. Hasn't been done yet.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was you have blocked Backlash out of your mind completely.
Oh, it'd be cool if it was also like Roman versus Styles, because they haven't wrestled in like 3 years, 2 years. They haven't touched.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin and AJ just don't have chemistry. And they're both good wrestlers. I just don't think they have chemistry. I mean, sometimes that happens.
It's hard to say because their matches were fucked with so bad.
Yeah, but even their one match where there was no fuckery, it still wasn't that great.
Are we talking about the one where
he put his leg through the announce table and couldn't get to 10 count? That was supposed to be the not fuckery match.
I feel like Kevin Owens is a somewhat hard wrestler to have chemistry with.
Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
No way, dude. He's the easiest one to have chemistry with. I just think they both just don't blend well. And if I've watched enough like interviews with wrestlers that sometimes it just doesn't click.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Like, it's just weird that like AJ Styles can click with literally anybody except Kevin Owens. It just seems weird to me.
It's just like when Ric Flair said like him and Hogan never clicked, and that's why he didn't want to do it on WrestleMania, because it just never clicked.
Well, Hogan only ever wanted to wrestle big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hogan.
Well, he wanted to wrestle Ric Flair.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was Ric Flair who didn't want the match.
Yeah.
Because he wrestled him like a bunch of times, a house show, he wasn't into it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we never really know the real reason stuff never happens.
That's true. You could have called him an N-word or something.
I'm not even... What? I'm Ric fucking Flair.
Woo!
Look at my...
Yeah.
What?
No. How you call everybody brother? That's weird.
Brother. So, let's go through our predictions one more time for SummerSlam.
Yeah, and then I gotta get out of here.
I feel ya. We'll call it after that.
Cool.
So, The Miz.
The Miz.
Beats Daniel Bryan. Balor.
Beats
Baron Corbin. Shinsuke. Beats Jeff Hardy. Gulak. Beats Cedric Alexander. Carmella. Beats Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
It's happening.
I mean, as long as it's a good match.
I just like how much it pisses you off. So it makes me laugh.
As long as my problem is neither of Carmella's matches against Asuka were any good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing where Becky and Charlotte knock each other out.
Like
and
I was
Carmella
cool
comes in
with
and scoops
her
it up.
first loss to Carmella because it made sense.
Yeah.
The second one was fucking dumb.
Too much fuckery.
It was stupid. It was fucking garbage.
We should make a shirt that says WWE too much fuckery.
It's fucking garbage match. Anyway, then you're saying Rollins.
Rollins.
I'm saying Ziggler.
Cool.
All right, so we're split now.
Because I think Dean's going to help him win to eventually down to Dean versus Seth for the Intercontinental title.
All right. After that, I'm getting the hurry home, I'm hungry comment.
Oh. Hi, Sarah.
I am in character right now. God damn it. Professional podcaster. After that, we're both saying Kevin Owens wins that Money in the Bank.
Yep. It's through different reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know if that matters.
I don't like the disqualification part makes no sense to me. I think Jinder Mahal getting involved.
There's too many clean finishes on the show so far.
No,
this needs to be a fuckery.
I'm saying Jinder Mahal interferes and does something to Braun Strowman.
Nah, he's going to punch him in the face. That makes Braun look strong.
Okay.
Transfers the feud from Kevin Owens to Jinder.
Hear me out. If there's a ref bump, I'm right.
Okay, fair enough.
Then we're both saying New Day.
New Day.
I'm saying AJ Styles.
Samoa Joe chokes him out.
You're saying Samoa Joe, which I see happening.
I just imagine in my head perfectly. They go 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Great match. He goes for phenomenal forearm. He catches him in the chokehold, get him down, chokes him. He starts doing the thing, and then his hand just goes. He just goes that.
You get the rarely
and the rare, not the 1, 2, 3. The rare. No, he's out.
He's out.
He's out, son.
It would be great if they could remember when Undertaker started doing the triangle choke and it would make the
the bleed.
That'd be
That was
kind of
dumb.
sweet.
I hated that.
I
thought it was dumb.
I don't know. I bought into it. It got me. I was
was
like,
dumb.
ooh, that's spooky. He's killing them.
Ooh, there's internal bleedings from a chokehold somehow.
That Great Khali's a terrible wrestler.
Yeah.
Not so great. And we're both saying Ronda wins.
Yeah. I say with a cool little armbar thing that makes it look like she actually snaps her arm.
All right.
Give her some break from TV.
I'm nervous about this because I'm still convinced Brock Lesnar is going to be Universal Champion until I'm 65. But here we go. Roman Reigns
wins in 20 seconds.
No.
It'd be so cool.
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
Honestly,
no, my official prediction is Roman wins, but if I get kudos points if he wins in 20 seconds.
Honestly, it would turn. I feel like it would turn the crowd around.
Oh God, it'd be so cool.
Like they boo him when he entered, and then if he just spears Brock Lesnar, gets the 1, 2, 3, suddenly the crowd's like,
because
whoa.
Okay, well, like think about it this way, and I'm not going to go on this too long because I gotta really get out of here. What's the only time Brock Lesnar's lost?
Goldberg.
And how did he lose?
Spear.
How quickly?
12 seconds.
What if Paul Heyman was saying unless he thought back to the only time Brock has lost, spear quickly, catch him off guard. It makes the most sense now that I'm talking about it. I haven't thought about this before the show. This makes so much sense.
He's eaten so many fucking Roman Reigns spears.
How it would wash away all his defeats if he beats him like that.
I know, but he's not. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
he's going to go. He's going to go the distance. He's going to get beat up. It's going to be this 16th spear that finally fucking does him in. Roman Reigns is going to hold the title up. He's going to be like, "Oh,
you're probably right.
I'm so beat up. I'm so tired." And then Kevin motherfucking Owens comes in to save the day and send that Brooklyn crowd home happy.
Yeah,
and Kevin Owens is your new Universal Champion.
You know WWE's doing wrong when the best heel is the only way to get the fans cheering.
When you're top face.
It's really
one
dumb.
of your heels.
Yeah. Anyway.
And final prediction, will it be a pay-per-view?
I think it'd be all right.
I think it'll be fine.
I think it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be super dope, and it's not going to be Brooklyn good.
No.
But I think it'll be dope.
All right, guys.
Alrighty.
That was the prediction episode of Sit Down and Pile Drive.
We also talked about G1.
We did. We talked about a lot of stuff. This was solid podcast.
Solid show. High five.
All right, guys. For Connor Griffiths and I, make sure you check out Tales from the Undertaker tomorrow. It's the tabletop RPG show on Color Circuit, twitch.tv/Color Circuit Live. Make sure you check us out on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter. We have a Patreon. Check that out. It's got a bevy of reward tiers for you. It's got a ton of good stuff for your financial support. And also, I got to plug this real quick. This Saturday if you're in Albuquerque, the Box Performance Space is putting on a show with Color Circuits. It's one of Color Circuits' very rare live stage shows we're doing. We're bringing Oppositeness back. It's the comedy debate show where we debate all kinds of topics with comedians, and yours truly is going to be on one of those teams. We're competing against Phil and Wes, the hosts of that's fine. The fine improv show on Wednesday, Improv Bagel. It's fine. It's no sit down and pile drive.
Nope.
It's no wrestling podcast.
This entire show is improv.
Oh yeah, we just make it up as we go along. Wrestling's not even real.
What?
We made it up the whole time. So if you're in Albuquerque, make sure you check that out. It's going to be tons of fun. Support Color Circuit. You can follow me on Twitter at Connor is a Jerk 1.
You can follow me at Griff Grizzly on Twitter.
Okay. And for Connor and Connor, you guys have a great night.
Have a good one.